Since I uploaded my first video on August 25th, 2014, I want to take a look back at the videos that I made from August 2014 through August 2015. Along with memories, though, this narration is going to include critiques on what I feel that I could have improved and made better in the videos from this time period. So, here we go. Notice what I just said earlier. Since I uploaded my first video on August 25th, 2014, that date was the 75th anniversary of my personal favorite all-time movie, The Wizard of Oz. Since this was my first video, I thought of including a great amount of information, as well as my personal intake on the film. I did an okay job on doing so. I mean, there were enough clips and information provided for a satisfactory amount. One aspect I could have improved upon was the volume. Of course, when doing movie reviews, you want to show clips when you're explaining it. I was running out of time and I thought, as long as I could hear myself, I think others can hear me too. Two personal friends of mine told me that they couldn't hear my narration very well, and if I would have more time, I feel that I would have corrected that mistake. My next video was about World War II. Acknowledging that some of the events in the aftermath of World War I led to World War II, I wanted to tie World War I into this video. Not only that, but World War I started in 1914. World War II happened only a couple of months after the 25th anniversary of World War I. I only briefly mentioned World War I, but I didn't really include that much information of World War II. There were so many events that I left out in that war. I did fairly well on including documentaries of some of the events in World War II. I even included Elie Wiesel talking to Oprah Winfrey. Next came the 25th anniversary of the World Series earthquake.
Base, so the Oakland A's take. I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
Notice the pattern in my first three videos. They all start with W. Wizard of Oz, 75 years later. World War II, 75 years later. And now the World Series earthquake, 25 years later. This video, I definitely think I could have improved upon. First of all, I basically had one clip playing through the entire however long the video was. At least the parts that I explained it on.
Base, so the Oakland A's take. I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
Even a few weeks after I uploaded the video, I thought I might want to do a redux on this. Looking back now, I'd definitely laugh at myself, and in the good way too. The W pattern stops on my fourth video, which is the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. However, the World Series earthquake and the fall of the Berlin Wall happened within a month of each other. Both were live events that caught the attention of people too. I added a good amount of details, and not only did I feature one person, I featured three people. So far, this has been the last video where I featured someone, let alone talking about the anniversary of some events. I've always wanted to include the perspective of, because I kind of didn't want to make this all about my own perspective. I say that this was my favorite video I made in 2014. I mean, with the clips, details, and volume, I did okay. This was the last video that I ever made in 2014. I just remember that when I did Gone with the Wind, I posted that in early 2015. But anyway, another movie that turned 75 in the year 2014 was Gone with the Wind. Since I haven't seen the movie yet, I decided that the only way I could pay tribute was by giving facts. That's what I think I could have done better. I could have added my own intake. In 2012, I made a goal to watch this movie by its 75th anniversary. I may not have achieved it, but I'm still aiming for another goal to watch it. And after I do, I'm going to post a movie review of it. This video also had first. the first time I added a pun, the first movie review where I didn't watch the movie, the first video I uploaded in 2015. My next two videos were about Christmas. These were my first holiday-related videos. I think even if you were to combine these two videos, they still wouldn't have been as long as I hoped they would have been. My first Christmas video was the 150th anniversary of the song Up on the Housetop. Very little information covered. My second video was the 75th anniversary of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Again, very little information covered, and that's basically all I have to say about them. Ironically, my most viewed video is about a person who not many people have heard of. In fact, nobody does whenever I bring up the name. He's the last surviving Munchkin of The Wizard of Oz, and he portrayed one of the Lollipop Guild members. His name is Gerald Marin. It feels as though everyone forgot about him. This is probably my favorite video I've made in the first year that I started my account, because I was paying tribute to some guy who nobody remembers. If I were to give an estimate, I'd say that probably 75 people in total know who he is. I gave as much information as I could have, and provided as many clips as I could have. Next was April Fools. While my other videos could have been longer, I feel that this one could have been shorter. The joke was that all of my videos are scripted, while this one wasn't. Not much to say. Then came the Day of Silence video. I just read a card. Not much to say either. Then came Lusitania. I posted a very brief video for the 100th anniversary of the singing of the Lusitania. I could have provided more information. Excluding the anniversary videos, I made my first video about a current event. That was same-sex marriage being legal in all 50 United States. I provided some background information on how homosexuality was seen in the United States from, I think, the 1970s, but I think I did a pretty good job providing that kind of information. This was the first video that I made where the quality of the clips that I used wasn't all that great. That's because I wasn't able to download any more videos. I don't know. The last video I made before August 25th, 2015 was about a Jeopardy contestant named Jennifer Morrow. Excluding my April Fool's Day video, this was the first video to solely focus on Jeopardy. This was my second most viewed video. What I didn't like was my expression. I mean, I was making a video about someone who had a lot of energy and was very motivational, yet I didn't sound very motivational or energetic. I was instead quiet, and I sounded timid, and I didn't really mean to. The video was titled Best Jeopardy Contestant and an exclamation mark at the end, which was later changed to a question mark because I think there's a different contestant whom I admire a lot more. I love this one because I paid tribute, and even though I didn't really do such a good job at it, I still acknowledged someone whom I admire, and I wanted to spread the word on her, I guess. Notice how two of my most viewed videos were about paying tribute to someone. All in all, it was a very good first year. I had a lot of fun. And my favorite video was the one that I made about Jerry Marin.